Thank you. Thank you for muting yourself, guys. I'm audible, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
Okay,
sir. Yes.
thank you. So, how sustainability impacts is when you have, okay, so I was on the point where we have the AICs, Atal Incubation Centers. So, whatever startups, whatever green age startups or anything you see, right, every day there might be award ceremonies or CM awards are given. So there is one award, I think you might be aware. I have a friend in AIC who is Ashoka Changemaker, right? How he went there was he had a startup idea. It was idea. Remember, guys, you do not to be have you do not need to have a successful business running to be on an incubator. So incubator, what incubator does is, so when a child is born, it is put on an incubator to maintain the body heat, right? To get fed properly for the 3-4 days. So similarly, incubator, what it does is it give you a network. So when I said people branding or people connections or any of these things, whatever skills you do not have, right? We do not have a market, we do not have a network, we do not have good mentors. So all these guys are involved with the government of India, central government, or maybe state governments also have some incubators. I think Karnataka has its own incubator. So once you are a part of AIC at the state, at the design stage, or at the when you have the idea stage, right? Then also you get seeds. Seeds means it's a seed means you have a pre-seed, seed, series A, B, C, and D, and till F people go for funding. So if you are making a large scale something in the manufacturing industry or maybe equipment that has not been seen around, so that comes for the funding. So funding rounds are also taken care. So I think there's a participation fees of 5,000 rupees for these funds. So you get a fund of like 20 lakhs or 50 lakhs based on whatever your idea and whatever the sustainability is. But you need to be a part of AIC. So how to be a part of AIC? Go to your local AIC headquarters. When I had my idea, it was obviously working. We made everything. I wanted to get networks. So once I went there, I saw it was a very great place to work, right? As well as you get interns. So interns will be paid by the money that AIC is giving them. It will not be a part of your earnings, but you have to show that you're progressing. You have to be mentored. You have to get mentored, right? They will teach you a lot of opportunities in the market, how it goes, what are the businesses, how you need to perform, and also their competitions. So all over India, there is one summit. So summit happens in Gujarat. So that is I'm not aware about that name. That was Vibrant Summit. So that happened in 2020 in Gujarat, and that was where I met a guy. So that guy is Akash. Akash owns a business of making uh, idols. So idols are made from what? Till now, you might have seen it is making up made up from plaster or something. But the second point, social impact. That guy included social impact, distribution strategy, sustainability, word to mouth, empowering women, and he had a lot of luck and branding. He included all these points. So the startup's name is Energiny. You guys might be aware about a news. There was a CM, there is a CM of UP, Mr. Yogi Adityanath. He was awarded by the ACP of, the Chief Commissioner of Police, not ACP, the Chief Commissioner of Police of UP State awarded him 3 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago. So how was that sculpture made? So everyone got to know that he got awarded, right? There were a few Instagram or Facebook pages or influential articles that wrote how that statue was made. So that statue was made from the ashes. So whenever you go to temple or whenever you go to mosque or somewhere else, right? You what you do is you pick up the uh, it's called agarbatti, right? So you pick up that and you place it in front of the god as a part of worship or devotion. That wax is collected and it is so that ash ash is collected and it is wasted every day. So instead of wasting it, what he did was he went to a lot of temples in the North India. He collected all of them. Then he collected the flower petals. Okay, so he collected the flower petals also. So flower petals have a natural color. So for example, if you're devoting God with a rose, right? Now that rose is dried off after 1 or 2 days, what he did was he collected flower petals, the ashes. He took some guys from jail, right? You know jail. Everyone knows prison, right? So prison guys do not get a job outside. So once you get out, you have a very miserable life. You do not get a good job. You do not get handsome pay. So you tend to do a crime again to survive, because survival is the only key that has led the innovations from humans since ages. So how did that guy came up with that idea? There was a nearby guy who did a crime. He did a crime again because he was not able to feed his family properly. So he was a thief kind of. So that idea can come at any place, anytime. So that inspired him a lot. When he did that, right, he changed the life of around 100 or 125 people. He went to a good community, right? These people held him, shaped him for the future. He was not a graduate. The AIC guys paid his fees or something, helped him to graduate from a distance college, and also focus on his. He was also focusing on his uh, journey. He's Ashoka Changemaker, one of India's Ashoka Changemaker. His one or two juniors also were my batchmates. They are also Ashoka Changemakers. So Ashoka Changemaker is awarded to one person each country. So every year there are only 70 to 80 people who are Ashoka Changemakers from the leadership standpoint. So you have to be different. You have to change the society, make an impact. If you make an impact, people will obviously talk about you. Once you get in the people's head, right? People will start coming to you. Your orders will inflow. You do not have to spend a lot on the marketing. But before that, from day one, you should focus on your marketing. Why? Because not everyone has luck, right? Luck will not always be on your side. These all these points are on your hard work. Only 2% luck is there, right? Sometimes there are brands. If you see Louis Vuitton now, right? I think you guys might have heard about the prices of Louis Vuitton. They make a bag at the cost price of that bag is 4,500 rupees per piece. These guys are Indian vendors or Chinese vendors, but Louis Vuitton sells these bags at 2 or 2.5 lakhs. Why? Because they know a thing, right? The original guy whose name this Louis Vuitton bags are still there. He was a beggar in Italy, right? Earlier he was a tailor. He died in poverty. He was not able to sell anything. This brand was co-owned by Italians, and then they did some marketing. They told that they put people on wait list. So how you present your brand is something that people will understand. So how Apple has grown. Recently, there was a Flipkart sale, right? I think you guys might be aware. You might have seen big ads on your billboards or maybe your papers or even on your TV or Instagram. It is always there on Instagram. So what I want to say to you guys is the branding, the marketing. You have 19 channels. So what are those 19 channels? I'll tell you one by one. So there's a book, very efficient book. It is called Traction. I have opened it here. So this is the book. So once you read, there are 19 different channels of traction. Traction means how to get any startup up and running. So it focuses on the